Tonight, a unique game, but a very important game as we go to match day number 13 here in the Creators Cup. It's the 6-6 New York Mets of 1986 and the Toronto Blue Jays, who are 6-6 of 1987. And today we're going to take a look at where we are at. So right now, here are the starting lineups for the games, but we'll get there in a second. The 84 Tigers, 6-6 Orioles. This is a brand new series day. You see the Colt 45s. How good are they? Steve against Ojeda. Steve against Ojeda will have that. Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay, good series. We might have the next game. The Pirates playing a derby there, 71-60. They'll be good there. Toronto trying to extend their lead. Montreal and Milwaukee. We just had Montreal. That might be a good series. The 75 Reds. Winners are 2 in a row, but they can't win on the road. They play at the 97 Marlins. Taking a look, the Indians just beat the 27 Yankees. Taking a look at the White Sox and the Giants, the Pirates and the Astros. Taking a look down, the 88 Dodgers and the 70 Orioles. The New York Yankees are down here somewhere. Arizona is red hot right now. They are red hot. The A's in San Diego. Philadelphia is there. Philadelphia 1964 Phillies at the 81 Dodgers. And taking a look at the Yankees, where are the Yankees? There's the 63 Dodgers. There's the 98 Yankees. The 27 Yankees are at home against the 04 Red Sox. You never know on that. I mean, they've had a soft schedule so far. Taking a look at the standings. The Pirates are first place. The Diamondbacks, Dodgers, and Royals are tied for second in the Mike in the Truck League, the Bozeman League. The Astros are 7-5. The 79 Pirates are 6-6. The Ron Chuckett League, you have the Nationals, who are number 1, and everybody else, you have 3 teams, the Tigers, Expos, and Dodgers, that are tied for that second spot. The Astros and the 64 Phillies are up there, and the Colt 45s and the Senators are chasing them in the Bob Stokes League. Brainiac Baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays are 6-6. They're 2 back of a playoff spot. So they're rooting for the Pirates today, and they're rooting for the Expos to lose. Tampa Bay has won 4 in a row. The Jabs Blabs League, you have 8-4 Toronto Blue Jays in 1993. Then you have the Orioles, Yankees, and the 86 Mets tied for number 2. So Toronto is 2 games back. The Mets are tied for the playoff position. Remember, we have 100 games, so we have 88 left. New York is 10-2. The Milwaukee Brewers and Dodgers are tied, 6-6. The Dodgers and Angels are tied in the Sire 0329 League. The Pirates at 91, they're 8-4. And the Athletics and White Sox are tied for the second position. And the Pirates and the Marlins are tied for first in the principals' picks. Let's take a look now. Let's go to Exhibition Park and take a look at the game. For the Mets, you have Lenny Dykstra, Wally Backman second, Keith Hernandez third. Remember, we had this team against the 27 Yankees. Darryl Strawberry is fourth. Kevin Mitchell is fifth. Howard Johnson sixth. Gary Carter seventh. Ray Knight is eighth. Mookie Wilson is ninth. And Bob Ojeda, horrible first 2 games. No record, but he's given up a ton of runs. On the other side, you have Fernandez, Rance Bolinix, George Bell hitting third, Fred McGriff fourth, Jesse Barfield fifth, Lloyd Mosby is sixth, Kelly Gruber is seventh, Ernie Witt is eighth, Nelson Lariano is ninth. I didn't realize he was a Blue Jay. And Dave Stieb, who's 2-0 and looking good. So the Blue Jays trying to keep pace. And we're in Exhibition Park. We're going to be ready to go, and we're going to be underway here in Exhibition Park here in Toronto. So here we go. Lloyd Mosby against, this will be Dave Stieb against Lenny Dykstra, hitting .294, 2 home runs, and 6 RBIs. In Exhibition Stadium. And I'll be down low ball 1. So Lenny Dykstra very fast as a player. And if he gets on, he's one of those players that can really move. Already with 3 balls against him. And Steve will get that one. Steve is just trying to get Dykstra a swing and a miss there. What will he do with Dykstra? And that'll be to left field. And it'll be a base hit. So they get on, and will Dykstra go to second? No, he'll stop there. And as usual, I'm going to open this up, and I am going to put the exhibition stadium right there. And there we go. So it's going to be Lenny Dykstra on first. Watch out. He's stolen 2 bases already. Wally Bachman, 255, no home runs, 3 RBIs. They're not a very good hitting team, the Mets, but they've eked out 6 wins. This will be to left field, and this will go foul. Exhibition Stadium here in Toronto, home of Canadian football's Argonauts, and that'll be 2 strikes. Wally Bachman at second base. Did he go? No, he didn't. So Wally, they throw back to first. Dykstra is dangerous. Again, they go to first. The Blue Jays almost won the '83 World Series against the Phillies in my replay there. Struck him out, and that'll be 1 out, and down goes Dykstra. Down goes Bachman. Here's Keith Hernandez, 227, no home runs, 5 RBIs. And Steve's starting to pick up a little bit of steam here, as Hernandez 2 strikes, and he strikes him out in 3 pitches. That's number 2. Struck him out. Here's Darryl Strawberry, a 263 career hitter. They throw to first. He's safe. Oh my goodness. The catcher, Ernie Witt. So Dykstra could go 333, a home run, 9 RBI. And will he go to second? Yes, he will. The throw to second, and that's safe. So Lenny Dykstra gets the second. And Strawberry again struck him out, so Steve gets him. And at the end of the top half of the first inning, the score, New York nothing, Toronto nothing. Bottom of the first, you got Fernandez, Molinex, Bell, McGriff, Barfield, Mosby, Gruber, Witt, and Lariano. You have Fernandez, 360, no home runs, 3 RBI. He stole 2 bases. And that'll be low ball 1. Pitching is Bob Ojeda. Again, no record, 7 innings, 15 hits, 9 earned runs, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks, 11.57 is the ERA. There'll be strike 1 here. Some of these players, again, suspended because of fights. So you never know with pitchers. 2 strikes to Fernandez. And also early on, some of these players have to correct their ERA, and they'll have a great game. And this will go foul, and it will be foul. So 2 strikes here. Ojeda will deliver, and he strikes out Fernandez. 1 out, a lot of strikeouts here. And here's Rance Molinex, the DH. 220 with 2 home runs. He's a power hitter. Wants to go to right field on that. 220, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. And Ojeda got to be careful. He doesn't hit many, but he can hit 1 over. They'll be fouled 1 and 2. The Blue Jays are 2 games behind a lot of other teams. This will be 3rd to 1st, 2 outs. That's Howard Johnson throwing to Keith Hernandez. So here's George Bell, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. And the Blue Jays hit it right there. That's easy. Short to first, and that's it. So Kevin Mitchell will throw it to first base, and that'll end the inning at the end of 1, 0-0. Taking a look here, it's the 2nd inning. And this is going to be Kevin Mitchell, 333, a home run, 7 RBIs. An early strike for Steve. And Steve throwing some pitches here. He had 17 in the 1st inning. A lot there, even though he only gave up 1 hit. He only faced 4 batters. 3-1. And Mitchell will foul that one off. Mitchell hitting 333, a home run, 7 RBIs. High pop fly, and this is to right field. And underneath, it'll be 1 out. It's Jesse Barfield with the catch. And here's Howard Johnson. Nobody out here. 4 home runs right now. Howard, 8 RBI. He's leading the Mets with home runs. He's going to love that. And Steve is 2-0. He's looking good early. Just a lot of pitches. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Howard Johnson. Remember, 2 years earlier, he was playing for the Detroit Tigers. The 2-0 with an out. It'll be low 3-2. And Steve will throw the 3-2. It'll be on the ground easy. Second to first, and they get 2 outs. So Lariano to McGriff. And here's Gary Carter. 417, 3 home runs, 6 RBI. You got to be careful. He's on fire. Dave Steve knows it. It'll be 1-1. Gary Carter, they know that's going to be high, pop fly. It's very spacious, and it's a base hit. So the second hit of the day for the New York Mets. And Carter gets on. Oh, yeah, you got to believe it. And you got to believe it there, and here it is. This is going to be a Ray Knight. The DH, 366, a home run, 7 RBI, high center field. It's a line drive, and it's caught, though. That's Lloyd Moseby with the catch. And we go to the bottom of the second inning, the score. The Mets nothing, Toronto nothing. Bottom of the second inning. And here's McGriff. It's McGriff, Barfield, and Moseby. That's going to be a strike inside. Bob Ojeda. Here, swing and a miss, already 0-2. 10 pitches in the first inning. And it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside here, 2-2. So Bob Ojeda, inside, that'll be a swing and a miss, 1 out. 1 out, and Jesse Barfield, who's hitting 130, no home runs, 3 RBIs. He is having a miserable start here. Remember, the loser here goes under 500. The winner goes a game above. And if you're Toronto, you need this game, and same with New York. This is a very important game. New York is tied for a second playoff position now, and Toronto is 2 back, and they want to hold on while their people in front of them, the Tigers, who are 8-4, and Arizona has jumped ahead of them. I think it was Arizona. Struck him down, and Barfield goes down. That'll be 2 outs. And here's Lloyd Moseby. So Moseby again, a swing there. Moseby, 372 hitter, 2 home runs, and 2 RBI, 2 solo shots. That's it. And that'll be a base hit. This is to left field. Here comes Moseby around first. It goes right into the gap and all the way to the wall. And Moseby will go. He'll slide into second, and he is safe. Bottom of the second inning, so Moseby's on second. Here's Kelly Gruber, 357, 4 home runs, and 8 RBI. Kelly Gruber looking good. Deep to left field. It's a line drive and caught, though. It is caught at the end of 2 innings. The score, New York nothing, Toronto nothing. Out of town scoreboard. Detroit leading 3-2. That's bad news for Toronto. Montreal 1-0 over Kansas City. Washington 2-0 over Houston. Boston leading New York 2-1. So the 0-4 Red Sox starting to pick it up a little bit. And the rest of the games, nobody really has played. I mean, they're later on. In fact, the next game is 5:35. This game might be over by then. Who knows? Here's Mookie Wilson hitting 400. He's very quick. He's the last one in the Mets order. He's batting 9th. And Mookie Wilson, the left fielder, he just caught that last line drive. That'll be short and on the ground. That'll be a base hit. And hits it on the ground. He just not really big for Lariano. And here's Lenny Dykstra now. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Steve got to be careful because the Mets are very, very quick. And too early. So Lenny Dykstra in center field. Dave Steve with 3, and that'll walk Lenny Dykstra. So 2 are on, but nobody out. And the Mets are looking good. Here's Wally Bachman now, 0 for 1 today. In the season against righties, he's hitting 270. He's hitting 250 regularly. A swing and a miss there. It'll be 1-1. 2-1 now. Wally Bachman. Hard on the ground. This is 6-4, and that's all they're going to get. They're going to get one out. So that'll put Mookie Wilson in sacrifice position. Here's Keith Hernandez, 0 for 1. All Hernandez has to do is a sacrifice fly.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening?
And that'll be low 2-0. If they can get on base, 2-1. That'll foul it off. Hernandez 2-2 with an out. Dave Steve. High pop fly. This could be a sacrifice fly. Mookie Wilson on third. He'll come home. Here's the throw home. It might be close. And it is. What is it? It is safe. And Mookie Wilson has scored. It's 1-0. 1-0. And here's Darryl Strawberry. So Hernandez gets the RBI off of a sacrifice fly. And it is 1-0. Oh, and they get him. They get him. He's picked off first. Oh my. Keith Hernandez is picked off first, and we end the third. The score, New York 1, Toronto 0. Bottom of the third inning, New York 1, Toronto 0. With Liriano and Fernandez. Bob Ojeda now working with a 1-0 lead. Didn't like that, but it was close with the catcher. And again, Toronto at the bottom of their lineup, 333, 3 home runs, 6 RBI. For a solo shot away, 3 strikeouts for Ojeda. It'll be on the ground and in the gap and a base hit. Gets through, and Witt will go on first base. So that's going to be Witt on first base. And here is Liriano. Oh! Liriano, foul, barely. And they blew that air horn, scared the heck out of me. So almost Liriano at second. That'll be on the ground. That'll be 3-6. And no, he's safe. Only be 1 out. Liriano almost grounded into a double play for Hernandez now. As we begin the beginning of the second part, second time around in the lineup. 2-0 to Fernandez, and Ojeda will throw that in for a strike. Fernandez had 353. That'll be fouled away. So 2-2. It'll be on the ground, picked up by Ojeda. They throw to second, they get 1. They're only going to get 1. 2 outs, and here's Rance Mullinick. 0 for 1 today, not doing that great. On the ground, that'll be ball 1. They'll throw to first, and it'll be good. So here's Rance Mullinick's throw to first again. Bottom of the third inning. Oh my God. 3 in a row, 4 in a row. Somebody, there it is, ball 2. That really drains yourself and your mental image there as he goes, and maybe walking 4, he won't. So Rance Mullinick's the 3-1. This will be to the opposite field, and it's a base hit. So right there, they're going to go to third, to throw to third, and he is safe. He's safe with 2 outs. And here's George Bell. As Mookie Wilson couldn't get him with the throw, Fernandez with 2 outs on third. Mullinick's at first. Keep blowing the horn there. George Bell 0 for 1 today, high to right field. And he might be able to catch this one. And he does. And Toronto does not get the run. We go to the fourth. It's New York 1, Toronto 0. Top of the fourth inning of Strawberry Mitchell and Howard Johnson. Strawberry's 0 for 1. Dave Steve so far. Very respectable day. He had 50 pitches in the first 3 innings. And Steve is working low to Strawberry here. High into right field. It'll curve and be foul. 2-1. High 3-1. And Dave Steve will walk Darryl Strawberry. So Strawberry will be on first, and you can see everybody in the outfield here in Toronto. Kevin Mitchell 0 for 1. He's safe there. That'll be fouled away. Well, Toronto, it's a big game there, just a big league. They want to get a big winning streak. Kevin Mitchell's 0 for 1 today. Swing and miss there will be 1 and 2. And did he go? No, he didn't. So Steve again to Mitchell, and he struck out Mitchell. So Strawberry on first base, 1 out. He has 2 stolen bases. Here's Howard Johnson. Howard with 4 home runs, but he's only hitting .214. They got to be careful. A home run now makes it 3-0. 2-1 with an out. On the ground, it's 2-2. 1 out. Struck him out, and that's it. 2 outs. And here's Gary Carter's 1 for 1. And that's going to be a strike. And they go. They're going to throw to second, and he's safe. Darryl Strawberry is 3 for 5 and stealing bases this year. That last pitch was a strike. It'll be 0-2, but now he's in scoring position for Carter. And Gary Carter's already 1 for 1 today, and Gary Carter, 8 at-bats with players in scoring position, and he hasn't hit the ball. I think all of his RBIs are on home runs. Carter, it'll be the 2-2. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score, New York 1, Toronto 0. Bottom of the 4th, McGriff, Barfield, and Mosby. So here's Fred McGriff. That'll be low ball 1. Bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be ball 2. A lot of these games go at a fast pace early. Then later on, we start looking at playoff matchups. But the first, usually, it's in thirds. It's like World Cup soccer. It's show us what you got the first third, sequencing for the second third, people shifting around, and then all of a sudden the last third, and that'll be a strikeout. Ojeda again on a full count strikeout, 1 out. So McGriff goes down. Here's Barfield. But so show me, sequence, then solidify. You gotta take where you are and just go crazy. The last 33 games you play to win. So be on the ground. This will be 3rd to 1st, and that's going to be 2 outs. You don't want to burn your team out in the first 33 games. You want to burn them out in the last 33. So that's going to be a strike. Lloyd Mosby is 1 for 1 today. 1-0 New York, only 6 total hits in the game. And Mosby strikes out, and Ojeda has 5 strikeouts. He's correcting his ERA a lot. We go to the 5th, it's 1-0. Let's take a look. We've had 2 viewers. I don't mind that, 1 or 2 viewers. It's pretty good. I'm very grateful and happy for any viewers. I really am. Bottom of the 7th inning, Detroit leading Baltimore 3-2. Kansas City beating Montreal of 81, 3-2. 3-1, Washington beating Houston. And Boston beating the New York Yankees in 1927. Wow, we got to keep a look at that game. That's on pace with this one. Ray Knight's a DH. And here's Steve. That'll be high into right field. It'll curve and it'll go foul. 0-1. So they're going to go on the ground. This will be second of first. Oh, and he throws it away. There's an error, and he's going to go to second base. Ray Knight. Liriano, a bad throw. And Ray Knight to second base, and now here's Mookie Wilson. Wilson will step in, already 1 for 1 today. Wilson, I believe he's the only one that scored a run. So Steve looking, that's going to be fouled off. Might want to, we'll see how he does here. Wilson 1 for 1 today, and it's the 3-2. Struck him out, and Wilson will go down. Steve has 7 strikeouts. So here's Lenny Dykstra, 1 for 1. He walked in the 3rd. This will be on the ground, picked up by Witt. The throw to first, they get Dykstra, 2 outs. Not the greatest. But 2 outs. Ray Knight, the DH, 349, a home run, and 7 RBI. It'll be ball 1. So Wally Bachman now. Bachman is 0 for 2. 3-0, and Dave Stieb will walk Wally Bachman in 4 pitches. So it'll be first and third now with 2 outs. And here's Keith Hernandez, 0 for 1 today. So Dave Stieb already 87 pitches here. Here in the top of the 5th inning. High into center field, it might drop, and it will. A base hit, it's 2-0. It's 2-0, and Keith Hernandez with an RBI. A big run for the Mets, and here's Darrell. So Keith Hernandez, who was picked off to end, I believe, the 3rd inning. He might have both RBIs. And this will be Darrell 1 and 2. He's 0 for 1 today, I believe, with a walk. Struck him out, and that'll be it. And New York has a 2-0 lead. They get a little bit of a buffer zone. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th inning, Kelly Gruber as Bob Ojeda. Now come around, that'll be a strike. So Ojeda, so far kind of cruising, 5 strikeouts, striking out when they need to. And this will be 3rd to 1st, 1 out. So now Ernie Witt is 1 for 1 today. The Mets, if they can win, they'll keep pace in their league at least. It's always good early on. They want to try and get a winning streak here. For the Blue Jays, they don't want to go 3 back. They really don't. And, you know, we understand there's 100 games. You have winning streaks, losing streaks. There's another strikeout again, 2 outs. I can't believe Arizona. Arizona's unbelievable. Arizona was 1-5. They won 6 in a row. They're now 7-5. So Nelson Liriano, 0 for 1 today. He's playing second base. He had the throwing error. Bottom of the 5th inning. And that'll be to left field. Will it hit? And oh, what a catch by Mookie Wilson. What a catch by Mookie. At the end of the 5th inning, it's New York 2, Toronto nothing. Mookie, a great drive. And here's Don Gordon. A new pitcher, no record, 6 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and a 1.42 ERA. So Kevin Mitchell, 0 for 2 today, will step in. So that's going to be it for Dave Stieb. Stieb is done for the day. High pop fly, center field, near the fence, it is caught. Lloyd Mosby, right at the fence, 1 out. And here's Hojo, struck out in the 4th. He's 0 for 2 today. And Howard Johnson, 1,008 at-bats, is a .252 batting average here. Right now, he's .209 in this year. 2 strikes for Howard Johnson, immediately kind of slumping so far. Oh, he'll go on a hot streak. We all know that. It'll be on the ground, but maybe not here. The throw to first, 2 outs. So Fernandez to McGriff. And now here's Gary Carter, 1 for 2. He struck out. High and a base hit. So Gary Carter will get on first. Gary Carter really is hot. He's hitting .436 so far. And here's Ray Knight, 0 for 2. You kind of figure Carter will get a single. You play back and only get him a single and make Ray Knight do something. Well, they go right back to Gordon, and that's it. You go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-0. Bottom of the 6th, Tony Fernandez, 0 for 2. And Bob Ojeda still in, 66 pitches in the first 5 innings. Bob Ojeda still in. There'll be a strike there. 2-1. So it'll be on the ground. 2-2. 2 outs. No outs, actually. 3-2. Fernandez trying to get on. He's 0 for 2 today. And that'll be fouled off to the right. And fouled again. So Bob Ojeda. That'll be to right field, and barely foul. He would have really gone on. And Toronto needs base runners. They need base runners badly. It'll be on the ground now. But Mitchell, first base, one out. Mitchell to Fernandez. Rance Molnix, he's 1 for 2. Strike 1. A little low, but that'll be a strike. And again, 2 there. Rance Molnix already in the hole, and Rance hits it on the ground. Ojeda will throw to first. They get an out, 2 outs. And here's George Bell, 0 for 2. And Bell, that's going to be a strike. So Bob Ojeda has been pitching a good day. That's going to save their bullpen. That's the one thing about the New York Yankees in 1927. The big question mark. There's so much stress on their... That's going to hook foul, barely. So much stress on their starters because they don't have many bullpen players. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. We go to the 7th. It's New York 2, Toronto nothing. Seventh inning, out-of-town scoreboard. Detroit leads Baltimore in top of the 9th inning. Tying run on second. That could be interesting. Montreal of 81, 7-3. Washington 3-1 over Houston. Houston Colt 45s. That's a big game. They're one back of a playoff position. Washington's at 500. So Washington Nationals of 19. And Boston leading the New York Yankees of 1927, 5-3 in the top of the 6th. Very, very interesting. New York could lose 2 in a row. They could be 10-3. The pitching might catch up to them. So here's Don Gordon. He's back in against Mookie Wilson, who's 1 for 2 today. And Mookie, it'll be ball 1. So Don Gordon. That'll be a swing and a miss there. 1-1. And the New York Mets, they're a fast lineup. They've been on. They've had 5 base hits today, but they've had 6 people on. 1 because of an error. They're taking a lot of pitches here. And Toronto is throwing them. That's a hard hit and a base hit. There'll be a runner on first. That's Mookie Wilson. Here in the top of the 7th, nobody out. Here's Lenny Dykstra. Again, he gets on. Lenny Dykstra's 1 for 2. Don Gordon doesn't want to get himself in a jam as he pitches to Dykstra. I thought they were going to go. It's going to be 2-1. That'll be on the ground. And it gets by first. And let's see how far Mookie Wilson will go. They're going to throw it in, or they're going to throw it home. No, they're not. It's 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. Don Gordon is still in pitching. Wally Bachman 0 for 2. He's got to take 1 at a time. Ball 1 here in the top of the 7th. Ball 2, 2-0. They might load the bases up. They're kind of sneaking around Bachman. And in the ground, he won't go home. Nobody will go home. 1 out. Wilson still in sacrifice position. Keith Hernandez 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. Both RBIs for Hernandez. A wild pitch, and it's 3-0. 3-0. Hernandez 1 for 2, 2 RBI. So he had 2 of the previous RBI. Keith Hernandez. The player of the game, easy here. I mean, Bob Ojeda might get you might look at Bob Ojeda here. Hernandez, if he gets a base hit, he might really have it. It's going to be foul. You always ask yourself, would an average pitcher be able to get a win? And there it is to right field, and it's going to be 3 RBIs for Keith Hernandez. So Hernandez, what a day for him. 3 of the 4 runs. All 4 came when he was at bat. 1 because of a wild pitch. Here's Darrell. 1-0, and Gordon is having trouble here. He wants to get out of the inning. It'll be 2-1. 4-0 Mets in the top of the 7th. Remember, in the 7th inning stretch, we see different scores. It'll be strike 3, and they call that on Strawberry. That'll be 2 outs. Here's Kevin Mitchell, 0 for 3. A lot of pitches thrown today. Dan Gordon on the ground, third to second, and they get the out. 7th inning stretch. Enjoy. Bottom of the 7th inning, here's Fred McGriff, the crime dog, 0 for 2. And that'll be a strike. Ojeda is still in. He had 82 pitches in 6 innings. He's pitching a 3-hit shutout currently. And Fred McGriff, he's going to him. Doesn't mean he hasn't walked a couple people, but he's had a few strikeouts today. 7 strikeouts. Actually, he's walked nobody today. That's going to be fouled off. Toronto needs runs. They need runs this inning. If they don't get it, it might be trouble. And McGriff, that's a base hit. That's a 4th of the day for Toronto. That's what Toronto wants. You get base runners. Here's Jesse Barfield, 0 for 2. And Toronto knows that they need to they need to at least get 2 on with nobody out. This will be to right field. And it is foul. This will be foul again. And Ojeda struck him out, and that'll be 1 out. Wade Mosby's 1 for 2. So Mosby. Wade Mosby, this is big for him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it'll be 2-2 with an out. So 1 out. Mosby, this is big for him. They at least want to, whoa, this is 6. No, they won't get anything, and there's 2 on. So Toronto, this is their inning to get runs, and here's Kelly Gruber. Kelly Gruber could get on Ojeda's 100th, and this is 101. 2 balls to Gruber. It's 3-0. He might take a strike here, he does, but it's 3-1 to Gruber. High into left field, what'll happen? And this one will drop, a base hit. Gruber, the throw home, and he got him! Oh, he got Fred McGriff at home. Oh my goodness, what if the next guy hits a home run? What if Ernie Witt goes yard and it's 4-3 instead of 4-4? That was a big out, and this is high into left field. And underneath is Wilson. That's 3 outs. They don't get a thing. They don't get a thing. We go to the 8th, 4-0. Odell Jones will come in. No record, no anything. Hasn't thrown a pitch all year. Now we're Johnson 0 for 3 today, and Odell Jones will start against him. So Hojo will come in and start out early 1-1. He's only hitting 150 in his away at bats is Howard Johnson, but he still has 4 home runs in a year. That'll be fouled off. Well, the New York Mets are looking like they'll go 7-6. And with Detroit, I saw in that last one losing 5-4. If they lose, that means they're going to be only 1 behind Detroit for one of the playoff spots. That'll be a strikeout there. California is the other one. Out Los Angeles, actually. Anaheim, sorry. And here's Gary Carter. So Odell Jones with the strikeout here. Carter's 2 for 3 today. Carter a couple singles. Only 1-1. Late innings, Carter. There'll be a ball there. Base is empty. He's hitting almost 500. He's hitting 455 with the bases empty. So people on, and he kind of chokes. Carter, and that's going to be a base hit. He's red hot. He is red hot, and he will get on. Gary Carter gets on red hot. He's now hitting 450. Here's Ray Knight. And Knight, that's going to be a strike, hitting 333 with a player at first. The 0-2 late innings, he's hitting 417. And that'll be to right field. And oh, what a catch! What a catch, a line drive. And Jesse Barfield, what a catch. 2 outs, and here's Mookie. Mookie, and that'll be fouled off, hitting 167 with the player on first. And Mookie Wilson, but he's hitting 400 in the late innings. That's the biggest thing. They're a late inning team. He's hitting 429 on the year. The 2-2. That'll be on the ground to first. They'll flip it, and Odell Jones will actually step on the base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's New York 4, Toronto nothing. Bottom of the 8th, Nelson Lariano 0 for 2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, 0-1. It'll be 1-1. So Bob Ojeda. And 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lariano. Now it'll be on the ground. This will be third to first. And that's going to be an out, 1 out. 109 pitches. And that'll be 1-0. So Bob Ojeda still in. Wants to maybe go for the whole thing or maybe get 2 outs here. And that'll be a base hit for Toronto. He struggled a little bit. This might be it for him. It depends on... Oh no, they're going to keep going. Rance Molnix is 1 for 3. Molnix. That'll be a high pop fly. And underneath, that's going to be an out. Kevin Mitchell, pretty good. And this is George Bell, who's 0 for 3. And a strike. High and deep to left field. And nearing the wall, this is George Bell, and it's an out. Mookie Wilson with the catch. The end of the 8th inning, the score New York 4 and Toronto nothing. The out-of-town scoreboards, a couple finals. Boston leading the Yankees 7-3, top of the 8th. And Washington leading the Houston Colt 45s 4-1 in the 9th. The finals, Montreal beats Kansas City A's 7-3, and Baltimore comes back and beats Detroit. So Brabender with his 5th save for Baltimore in 1966. They get a big win over the '84 Detroit Tigers, who are now 8-5. Here's Lenny, 2 for 3 today, top of the 9th inning. Mark Eichhorn. Oh, look at that. Eichhorn's 2-0, 8 2/3, giving up 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and a 3.12 ERA. And that'll be a strike there. So the New York Mets, Dykstra there. Dykstra is 2 for 3 today. He's very fast. And that'll be fouled away. Mark Eichhorn coming in. I mean, the Blue Jays are down by 4. A solid performance by New York today. And they were able to thwart away Toronto. Those 2 runs in the 7th inning were really big, as you saw. Eichhorn can't get away from Dykstra. Can't get rid of him. We're at number 9. And now we're going to number 10. Like, you can't get rid of this guy. Did he go? No. They're not going to ring him up on that. Number 10. And it's high 3-2. And that'll be a hard hit to left field. Hits the gap. Let's see how far he goes. Lenny is fast. He's got wheels. And it goes into the gap of a deep outfield. He'll stay at second. He wants to be safe there, and he does. The 10th hit of the day. And now here's Wally Bachman, only one for hitting 158 with runners in scoring position. And Bachman again today, not a good one. He's 0 for 3. 2 balls already. And this will be on the ground. He'll be 0 for 4, but he does move the runner. He doesn't get a sacrifice for that. Hernandez now with 3 of the 4 RBI. He's 2 for 3. And he can get another sacrifice fly. It's going to be fouled off. And that's going to be Eichhorn. Mark Eichhorn, right-handed pitcher there. Fouled again, 1-2 with an out. And again, they fouled off. A lot of pitches are fouling off. High pop fly, left field. Dykstra's fast. They get the out. They throw home. And it is, what is it? It's safe. And Keith Hernandez has 4 of the 5 RBIs, with the 5th coming off a wild pitch. And Strawberry there takes a ball. So it is all Hernandez today. He's the guy. 0 for 3 is Strawberry. And Eichhorn, that's going to be on the ground and a base hit. He's 1 for 4. So 5-0. It's going to take a run plus a grand slam. And Kevin Mitchell's 0 for 4. The pitch out there, already a ball. So Kevin Mitchell 0 for 4 is hitting .556 when he's ahead of the count. 308 on the year. High pop fly to left field. That one was hard hit. It is 7-0. It goes halfway up until you have the dividing line there. And Kevin Mitchell, 417 feet, and they've sealed the deal. It's 7-0. One a home run by Kevin Mitchell. Two outs, Howard Johnson, 0 for 4. You know, with Eichhorn, it is, well, I mean, it's disappointing, but you get out of your system now with your stats, and they get them in. They want to save the other relievers for closer games. But New York has a 7-0 lead. They don't have to blow anybody else. They're just trying to get out of this. And that's going to be a strikeout. Well, 3 runs on 3 hits. Go to the bottom of the 9th, 7-0. Ojeda might go in to McGriff. What they might do is they might keep him in until he gives up a couple base hits. They might do that, or they might let him do 1. Who knows? But they might keep him in until a couple base hits. No, that's a strikeout. Just to save their bullpen. And Jesse Barfield is 0 for 3. He struck out twice already. Really, Barfield, not a great day today. Ojeda is just going to throw right down the middle, really. And say, I mean, he's tiring out, but it's a 5-man rotation, so he's going to have a few days off. 3-2 with an out. And fouled off again, 1 out. And Toronto, if they were to win this game, they need so many things to go right now. Like everybody to get on. This will be 3rd to 1st, and Ojeda's 1 out away. And he'll pitch to Lloyd Mosby, who's 2 for 3. And if he can get Mosby, he gets a complete game shutout. He gets his name on there. High pop fly to right field. They had a shift on, and it is foul. They had a big shift on. There's a strike. And this will be on the ground, should be it. They go to Hernandez, and they go back, and Ojeda gets a complete game shutout. What a great game for Bob Ojeda, and New York, a big 7-0 win over Toronto. They blew it open in the top of the 9th inning. Toronto had a couple times to score, and they couldn't do it. And they could not do that, and they lose 7-0. So Toronto goes to 6-7. They fall below 500. New York is 7-6. And the player of the game is Bob Ojeda, who pitched an 82, a very good performance. 133 pitches. And as you can see, just not very good for Gordon, Jones, or Eichhorn. Jones not bad. One inning, only one hit, but there it is. Taking a look at everything here. For Toronto, they only have one multiple hit player. That was Lloyd Moseby. For New York, Lenny Dykstra 3 for 4. Hernandez was good, but Keith Hernandez was 2 for 3 with 4 RBI. He had a sacrifice RBI, and when he was at bat, there was a wild pitch. So he was great. He could have been a player of the game. He played very well. But anyway, 2 for 3 because of the walk and the sacrifice. And that was pretty good. So really not too much to talk about that. 3-hour, 32-minute game. 18,000, a little bit over to watch it. Cold weather, and we're going to have that at the beginning of the season, especially 33 games, the first 33. And now we're going to finish, and we're going to save, and we're going to do all our post-game stuff. Now for all the scores. Detroit loses with 3 runs by the Baltimore Orioles in the top of the 9th inning. They're both 7-6 as they beat the Tigers. The Expos are 6-7. They beat Kansas City. The Colt 45s, they lose 4-1. They're both 7-6. Toronto goes to 7. Mets go to 7-6. Toronto 6-7. As we just saw that game. The Mets hold off a furious rally from the Boston Red Sox. Hold off a furious rally from the 27 Yankees, and the Yankees lost 2 in a row. They're 10-3. Let's see. Anaheim wins in extra innings. They're 9-4. That's bad news for Toronto. The Pirates in 91 beat Tampa Bay 7-2. That was a good game. 7 runs, 2 1/3, 5 1/4. Nobody scored after that. 61 beat 98. The Yankees are 8-5. The Reds win a game, go closer to 500. They beat the 69 Senators. The Reds win tomorrow. Both teams are 500. The 1960 Pirates and the 71 Pirates have the same record after 60 wins, 6-5. A good game there. Toronto in 93, they beat Boston at 67, 8-1. No, they lose 8-1. Sorry, Boston at 67 beats Toronto 93. Toronto in 93 goes to 8-5. The Mets, 73, beat 69 and 11. They win 1-0. They're both 6-7. The 75 Reds lose to the 97 Marlins, 2-0. The Marlins are 8-5. Milwaukee beats the 94 Expos. They're only a game behind. They're 7-6. Montreal is 8-5, but that's a Brainiac Baseball League right there, Montreal. So the Dodgers, 7-2 winners. Dodgers at 63 are now 9-4. The Astros beat the Phillies 10-2. They're both 5-8. St. Louis 5-4. Another one-run game for them. They're both 5-8. Them and the Cubs. The Cubs of 03 beat the Indians at 95, 2-1. They're both 6-7. The 62 Giants snapped their 6-game losing streak against the 83 White Sox 5-3. They scored 2 in the top of the 9th. The 17 Astros beat the 79 Pirates, the first Pirate team in a long time to go under 500. They're 6-7. The Twins beat the Royals 5-3, so the Twins are 6-7. The Royals are 7-6. The 80 Royals beat the Texas Rangers 12-2. They're both 5-8. The 70 Orioles beat the 88 Dodgers 11-8, and they're both 7-6. The 01 Giants are playing a lot better since a horrible start. They beat the 77 Yankees 5-4. They're now 5-8. They're coming. The 01 Athletics beat the 89 Athletics. Another derby. 3 derbies in a row. 6-0. 01 is 8-5. 89 is 7-6. 66 Dodgers go above 500, a 6-5 win, walk-off bottom in the 9th. The Houston Astros 6-4, 1980s now 9-4. They're a good team. The Mariners blow out the Diamondbacks. There goes the Diamondbacks' 6-game winning streak. And the Mariners are 1 game away from 500. The 84 Padres blow out the 72 A's. They're 5-8. The A's are 7-6. And the 64 Phillies beat the 81 Dodgers 4-2. They're 9-4. And the Dodgers are 5-8. Taking a look at statistics. As we take a look, we got some players still batting over 500. Like, my goodness, Rudy Law with 14 stolen bases. Pitching leaders, you have Dotson of the White Sox having phenomenal. Tommy Boggs with 3 losses. Vita Blue, 3 quality starts. Bert Blyleven is having a good year. Clete Boyer with 5 errors. I have no idea half these stats. I know they're very important, but Tommy Agee, Rudy Law, and Mumphrey, all 13-game hitting streaks. Damon Flood and Infante with streaks there. So taking a look right there, scoreless innings active is Jerry Koosman with 20. So far, Jerry Koosman, 20 scoreless innings. That's incredible. Randy Johnson with 9 hitless innings right now. The news. Hudson blanks the Athletics 6-0. Tim Hudson. Ojeda is hot. Bob Ojeda very good in a game that we just saw. And McLish for the 64 Phillies. But we only play 1 season. So we'll take a look right now. Quickly, the leaders. We have Howard hitting first. Dick Roach second. Home runs, Orlando Cepeda with 8. Andre Dawson with 7 runs batted in. Cepeda with 19. Stolen bases, Law for Chicago, and wins above replacement, Juan Soto for the Nationals. For the pitching, Dodson is doing great. Wins, Dittmer and Landrum are tied at 4. Strikeouts, Randy Johnson's doing really good. Saves, Balfour, Duran, and Eckersley all at 6. And wins above replacement, Corbin, Koufax are both tied at 1.2, and Petrie is 1.1. Runs scored still at 27 Yankees, batting average 77. Home runs 27, stolen bases the 95 Indians, and on base New York at 27. The pitching leaders, LA of 63. LA Dodgers of 1963 only giving up 33 runs, 14 less than the next team. Defensively, LA is looking really good. Starter ERA, unbelievable for LA. Bullpen ERA, it is all Tampa Bay. And fielding, what is it? Whatever, Indy pitching. The Marlins looking good. Fielding, including pitching. No idea what that means. Quick look at the standings and we're out of here. We'll expand now one. Mike in a truck league. You have the Pirates first, and then you have the Diamondbacks, Dodgers, and Royals are all second in the 75 Reds. Everybody lost in that division. Everybody lost. In Bozeman League, you have the Astros pulling ahead by 2 games. Well, the Mariners and the Pirates are both 6 and 7. They're fighting for the second spot. In the Ron Juckett League, the Nationals are number 1, and the Expos are number 2. The Bob Stokes League, the Astros and the Phillies are both 9 and 4. They both have 2-game leads. Brainiac Baseball, you have Montreal's 8 and 5. Same with Tampa Bay, and Oakland of 0-1 is 8 and 5. And Detroit is gone down. Detroit, remember, they were number 1. They lost 3 straight. They were 7 and 3 and number 1. They lost 3 straight. They're now 4th. The Jabs Blabs League, Blue Jays are number 1. The Orioles and Mets are tied for second. The Yankees are fourth. They're a game behind. The Al Red Sox fan, the Yankees have lost 2 straight. And the Brewers and the 66 Dodgers are fighting it out right now for a second. And the Sire 0329, the Dodgers is 63. And Anaheim of 02. They're above the 61 Yankees. In the Slovak Frick League, the Pirates at 91, they lead by 2 games. And the White Sox and the A's of 72 are tied for second place. The Principals picks, the Pirates and the Marlins are number 1. That's going to be it for us today. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time. The Golden Eagle. I did the game, the 86 Mets. The 84 Tigers did lose 3 straight right now. They're having a tough thing. They go up and down and up and down. The 84 Tigers. They're going to have their time, so they're almost... the 86 Mets was the game we had today. And the 86 Mets won 7-0. They beat the Blue Jays 7-0 today. So the Golden Eagle 99, great to see you. Great to see you. And the 84 Tigers losing 3 straight. Yeah, they're in a little bit of a funk. There's a lot of great teams here. And they just lost 3 games. They got beat by the 66 Orioles. They led them until the 9th inning. And then in the 9th inning, boom. That was it. They lost. Have a great day, everybody. The Golden Eagle 99. Really good to see you. Have a wonderful day. And we'll all see you tomorrow.